Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? So I'm back with our Buckhead Shore recap. It's just a little bit later as far as the time. I wanted to put it up yesterday, but it was also my daughter's birthday. So yeah, we was like doing a whole bunch of things. Couldn't really do that. But I'm back today to be able to do that. I don't really know if my baddies will be up on time. It might be up the next day because we do have things planned out for this weekend for for the holiday weekend. So if it might even be up Tuesday. We'll see. It depends on how things go. But yeah, that's that. So Katie, she admitted, so let's go ahead and start from the very top, honey. So Parker admitted that Savannah and him to Savannah, that him and Katie had hooked up. Yes, okay. And definitely make sure y'all subscribe, okay? Join the family, because I see we moving, we shaking. Being consistent is really helping me. So keep on, all right? And let me know if there's any shows that you're really, really interested in right now. I may take them up for consideration, even if we're a little bit into it. I was thinking maybe P-Valley, but I don't know. I'm about to watch it after I watch this. Maybe I'll feel like typing. Maybe we'll talk about it. But I don't want to really do it until I'm really sure if I want to do it. But anyways, back to this. So Katie, so he admitted that he hooked up with Katie. And that was because she texted him. It's like he's still not fully, this is the problem, he's still not fully taking accountability for his actions. It's like he's taking accountability to a certain extent, but he's still finding a way to play like he's the victim. Like, if she didn't text me, I wouldn't have did it. Like, no, dude, you gotta have some willpower. You have to be the one to say, like, no, I'm not doing this or whatever. Or I have a girl or whatever it is. I guess they had some kind of fight or whatever. And that's the reason why he strayed, according to what it sounds like from Savannah. That's the way she kind of made it sound. So she was just confused to how close him and Katie really are at this moment, because he's saying one thing, but it kind of seems like they're a lot closer than she initially thought. And she kind of needs to have a conversation with Katie to have a little bit of closure and really know what her next steps in this whole, I don't want to say relationship, because I don't know if they're fully in a relationship, but this whole dating situation they got going on really is going to be. So yeah, it looks like someone in this little lake house is getting their groove back, but it's not them. It's actually Bethania and DJ. So they're, kind of chummy, having a good time, fixing the bed together. Like, it's looking real hookup situation kind to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they was doing. They ain't really confirm or deny for real, but it does seem like something might have happened. Tanya did mention to us that Katie, she normally holds grudges, and if you cross her, then she'll pretty much hate you forever. I'm definitely like that, but I won't hate you forever, to be honest. You'll be dead to me. Like, literally, you won't, I don't want to say dead, but I mean, it's almost in that aspect, but then again, dead people, if they were close to you, you'll still hold on to them. You still might say, a prayer for them on the day that they died or on their birthday or whatever. But no, for me, they won't exist. They will be completely eliminated out of my sphere and blocked out to the best of my ability from anything and everything that I'm doing. So that's I guess where her and I are kind of similar in that aspect, if that's the way that she actually is. So yeah, she was starting to act weird towards Parker or whatever, because of the whole situation. They were kind of having it was kind of like she was being a little bit not the way that she was initially when she was first there, how she was kind of flirting with him. It seemed like she was open to the idea of possibly hooking up with him again during the trip. But now that Savannah's here and she knows a little bit more and she sees them together, it seems like now she's starting to kind of retreat a little bit. So Juju, he had to leave and go check up on the strip club or whatever. His father looks just like him, right? And he was saying that they might end up having to sell the strip club in the future, because he don't really want to give it to him, or he don't really want to give it to the new generation or whatever, and they end up messing it up. He'd rather sell it and possibly have that money keep on flowing. So I'm assuming that the way he would sell it is probably he would sell it, but they would still be part owners. Like somebody else would be maybe the head of the company or part owner of the company to make sure that things stay aloft, as opposed to just giving it to his kids and they don't know how to handle business or whatever, and then it just kind of falls to the wayside, and then they end up losing money like his father is fearful of. So he's still thinking about it, but he just doesn't want his kids to end up with nothing, which is totally understandable, especially if they're not really so responsible, if they're not really, you notice the patterns with them. It's like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable doing this. So I mean, I would probably feel the same way if I had my, some thriving business and I feel like my kids are not responsible. I'm not going to give you something that I know that you're going to fail at and just pretty much mess up the whole family name, as soon as I'm gone. So I get it. Adamo reveals to us that, well, he gets a call from his mom and she wants to eventually do like a lunch date with her. And he reveals to us that she doesn't know that he's gay. And she's very like Muslim and his father is very Catholic. He's Puerto Rican. I think he may still live in Puerto Rico. I'm not really sure. He just said the Puerto Rican side, his father, they're like very religious and Catholic to the core. And his mom is like super Muslim. So he doesn't want to put her in jeopardy or make her get like the stares or, people talking about you, because in a lot of these small cultures, or, they may have a village or whatever. Like I have a village. Like if you have things like that, like people know people and you will be the talk of the town, and not in a good way. Like these people just love to chat. And trust me, I done seen it. That's why I like kind of keep myself away from everybody, because y'all ain't gonna be talking about me, because I'm the type, I will dead cut everybody off. And some people have seen my wrath. Like I don't play that because I didn't grow up with you people, and I try my best to, here and there, talk a little something and kind of not be a super outsider. But once it gets to drama, like, I know I'm too old to be dealing with that, especially at this age. Like, no, we're not about to do that, because y'all didn't contribute to really anything that I currently have at any point in my life. So I'm not going to accept drama or, arguing or any of that stuff from anybody in my family. And that's just how it is. It's a long story as far as my family dynamic, and there's so many. But yeah, one day maybe on this channel I'll have like a family dynamic type of video. But yeah, it's just like, no. I wish you would. But anyways, so yeah, it sounds like he's thinking about possibly coming out, but he's still kind of reluctant. Parker is just like, he couldn't imagine that because he's so close to his parents. He tells them literally everything. And some people have that close relationship. Some people have secrets, and he has secrets because he's worried. He said he actually would love to ask his family about advice, and his dad be like, how many bitches did you F, stuff like that. And it's like, you kind of have to smile and laugh. Like, I feel like his mom is going to say like, I know, or I knew, I just, we just never talked about it or something like that. Because I don't know, unless you're like blind or, from another planet, I feel like you could kind of get, if she's super, but I seen a little bit of the common attractions from the commercials, and it doesn't seem like she was super super cultural or anything. It seemed like she's Americanized, so I don't see that she would be kind of oblivious to the fact that he could possibly be gay. But you never know. I guess we'll see how that plays itself out. So the fellas, they took a little getaway, and the ladies took a little getaway so they can kind of have like quiet time to talk amongst each other without being all mixed up. So the ladies, they went to a winery, and the fellas went to a golf type of place, able to eat and talk and fart and do all these like guy stuff. Adamo, he actually would have preferred to be with the ladies, and I'm pretty sure after this trip and what happened, he would probably be exiled and have to go with the ladies going forward, because yeah, he done messed up like the guy code, telling all the business and stuff like that. Like, dude, you messed up. So the two ladies, they did talk about the situation, and Katie let her know, Savannah know, that he's done the same thing. This is like a pattern. He's did the same thing with her. he was talking to his ex-girlfriend, or yeah, pretty much his ex, and he kind of like, you know, cheated on her with his ex. So, and that's the same thing he's doing right now. And, you know, it's kind of like like I said, history is replacing itself, or not even replacing, repeating. I said the wrong R word. And so, Katie, she also reveals that she's close to Parker's parents because her mother passed away recently, a few years ago. And you could see that it was definitely a soft spot for her. She said that she's really close to his mom. I mean, they have the same hair color. It looks like they're both a bowl of fun. So she's like, you know, that's like another mother to her at this point. So she's probably never going to let her go. She's probably always going to be there. So it's kind of too bad that Parker and her can't come to a better place in life or position, because I do feel like it probably would work out, you know? But yeah. And Savannah reveals that she has somewhat of a codependent type of personality. And guys, do remember I am a relationship coach, certified. She has somewhat of a codependent type of personality as far as when it comes to relationships, or even just this particular relationship, because this is the first one that she's had since her, I guess you can almost say fiance of 7 years passed away. And this was very traumatic for her. And, you know, once there's something that traumatic that happened and you bond with somebody, you finally opened up, let them in, then I don't remember if she said it's been 7 years or if they were together for 7 years. It might have been they were together for 7 years. But either way, once you bond after something traumatic has happened and you feel like this person is giving me the attention I need, that companionship, you open up, you let them in, it's definitely something where sometimes it can become codependent, or it can be something where you rely on them and you just want to be around them all the time. You want to trust them. You want to put your faith in them. And then when they crush you, they kind of step on everything that you've given them, especially after something so traumatic. You kind of get back into that shell. And it's going to be much harder for the next person, probably, you know, if she's that type of person. Like, it's going to be a lot harder, unless she just says, F it, I'm going to be a slut. I'm just going to do my thing and not care about anybody. That's the flip side of it, where you just kind of be like, you know what, I'm just going to have fun. I'm not going to care about anything or anyone. And I'm not putting my heart out there anymore. I'm just going to live life, do me, and YOLO, you know? So it depends on how things go with her, but that's why she said she pretty much is the way she is with him. And Adamo, because he was with the fellas. So anyways, the girls realized after talking that the common denominator in this situation is Parker. So they kind of had like a kumbaya, come to me moment, and just kind of were good after that. Now Adamo, he kind of spills a little bit of tea when he was talking to her and Bethania, and he reveals that Parker was just kind of chilling, talking about, you know, he only slept with Katie because he was mad at Savannah. And of course, that was like triggering for Katie, because she felt like she was used. She felt like she's being the scapegoat. And he's just kind of saying that it wasn't anything. Like, it was just like, yeah, I did it and that's it. You know, he's not really, once again, taking accountability. He's just kind of being somewhat of having like almost like a narcissistic personality, you know, feeling like he's above everyone. He can do whatever he wants. He can hurt people. He can dash them away and pick them back up whenever he wants to. It's like, it doesn't work like this. And that's what I think that Katie was trying to tell him. So she pulled him to the side and was really heated about it and talking to him about it and letting him know. And he actually did confirm that he pretty much did say that. You know, he didn't deny it, which at least that was manly of him to do, not lie about it. But he was kind of over the situation and the fact that now the girls, it seemed like they were teaming up against him. But it's like, you did the same thing to both of them, and both of them are there. So what did you kind of expect when you're going to cheat on one with the other one? You're giving the other one PTSD because she's remembering the fact that you did the same thing to her, and she's watching it all play out, and you're kind of dismissing her like she means nothing to you. And you just want them to be like mad chill and just forget about it and probably for Savannah to go have sex with you. I mean, his dream is probably for both of them to get together and just have a party. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he's kind of treating Katie like she's nothing, you know, like, why are you even here? Like, just talking to her real crazy. And, yeah, and he even said that Savannah was like obsessed. That's what he told Savannah that Katie was like even obsessed with him and stuff like that. And yeah, things just got really bad really quickly and hit the fan. And he just was like deuces, like he got on his speedboat to be out. Luckily, DJ went with him because he's like, you know, he's a W friend. And he just wants to make sure that at the end of the day, Parker doesn't jump out or do something crazy. He seems like perhaps when he gets into certain moods, he might become impulsive and just kind of do things that don't make any sense. Didn't he do that in one of the previous episodes, like going down the stairs, like weirdo mode, like just, you know, and it was something else that he did. I was kind of like, that was weird. But yeah, you guys, so that's pretty much the episode. Let me know what you guys thought down below. And shout out to the people that have been watching these videos. There was someone else. Who was it? Let me give a quick shout out. I think it was it Quinton? Was that the name? You know, I'm bad with names, y'all. I'm bad with names and remembering stuff. That's why I be having my notes and stuff. Let me see. Shout out to, before I go, yes, Quentin Baptiste. Shout out to you for, you know, kind of inspiring me, leaving a comment, because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this, but we all right for now. I will continue to assess and see, you know, where we going and what we doing, y'all. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Later.